Oh, hi, everybody. We're back. It's the Geeky Gamer Podcast. If you're wondering why we're not streaming on Twitch,
because Twitch sucks.
Please reach out because, like, we don't... I mean, that's cool. That's some cool shit right there. Like, thanks for paying attention, I guess. We have a Patreon, Geeky Gamer Podcast / DreadLore.
I need a new computer.
Letters. Apparently, I do too. Mr. Interrupt provide the music. Couchfire Media does the media production. This is our Monday game night, which we did a really good job of not recording because OBS decided to go fuck itself down a fucking river of bullshit. So this is part 2.
You know what OBS stands for, doesn't
shit,
it?
fuck.
That's right. That's exactly what it stands for.
It's good. It's a good thing I'm running 2 instances of OBS on 2 different computers.
The fact that we got Holker to crack up means that was funny. Okay. Well, I have just one more drink of bourbon. Oh my God, Ken! What? No.
That's your zen right there.
It's like we're made for each other. It's ridiculous. What the hell?
It's like cosmic cool, man.
It is. It's cosmic. It's cosmic cool. What are you guys drinking? Holker, I saw a solo cup.
Water.
I know what you mean.
Water of the gods, right?
Right. Water of the gods. Wishka.
Water of the tap.
Matty?
No. I'm drinking Bang energy drinks.
You know, arguably this bourbon is better for me than that energy drink. That's bullshit. I actually don't know if that's true or not.
You can argue all you want.
However, what kind of energy drink?
Bang. They're just the name brand is called Bang.
It's called Bang.
Yeah.
Like bang, that's your heart?
Yeah, like Bang is 300 milligrams enough, or do you want 500 of caffeine?
That's I think 100 is 1 cup of coffee.
Yeah, it's like 60 to 100, depending on if it's like a shot.
Yeah.
300 grams of milligrams of caffeine is a lot. Sometimes it's not enough, though. You know.
It's a lot. Well, when you drink it all day long, yeah. I mean, yeah. When you get up to like 1,000, oh no, I'm sorry, 100,000. You need about 100 cups of coffee to OD on caffeine.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
that's wild.
You know, that's 4 zeros.
I can't imagine.
That's a
No,
lot.
not in coffee, but if you're drinking 500 a pop, you can imagine. It's still a lot.
Yeah. That's. I mean, you'd be so sick, and
Yeah, you'd be throwing up first.
Your stomach would be twisting like pretty hard before that. I think you have to build up to an OD over like weeks. Right. I think. I don't know. That's my guess. Otherwise, you're just killing yourself. You might as well, OD on
choose
water.
something other than caffeine. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
This is a great start to the stream.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I mean. I wonder what they don't. I mean,
Post your Bilbo. What do you think about all this?
they don't give me how much sugar is in here. I mean, I presume there's a lot of fucking
the
sugar.
whole thing is sugar.
It's
yeah,
like
I mean, it's just a bunch of sugar,
right? Like that's
The
what
whole
this
thing
is,
is
right?
sugar. Yeah, it's like extra worse than sugar.
It's
like worse than sugar.
Yeah, it's worse than sugar.
It's not worse than sugar.
Right?
No, it's got alcohol in it.
No,
It's
alcohol
carbs.
is what your body does. You heard glycol, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
my
what your
other
body
name.
does. So you don't have to do anything for this alcohol to go directly where sugar goes, which is like the bad spot.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I think it's worse, but maybe it's not worse. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
It's like it's like fuel. It's like fuel. I mean, it's not like you want to. I'm not advocating. Matty,
It's like rage fuel.
This conversation has got me I am still. You've somehow cornered me into a position where I'm defending drinking alcohol. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's not. It is not the worst It is not worse than white sugar. That's what I'm saying. I am not saying it's good
It's at
for
worst
you.
the same. It's at least the same.
I just don't think race has anything to do with it, though. You know, like I think you guys are really just you're bringing up a sore subject just to get out of it. You know,
Fucking the same. It's
white
like the
sugar.
same
you know?
shit.
Ken, you get it?
I don't get it.
Does
Yeah,
Ken
no, I
get
get
it?
it. No, you know, it's funny. Bill has met Xavier.
Yes.
And we've had this whole conversation. I was wearing like a fuck everything shirt, and I was
So you're
talking
saying
to
I'm
his man.
derivative.
Yeah, I was talking to his manager, and I was like,
Yeah.
you know, it's important to be like independent. Independence is important. You know, not buying into the commercial like camaraderie of like, you know, just do what they say, just do what they tell you. I mean, that's. And he was like, his manager was like, no, you need to fucking make the money. You need to make the money, and he is, you know, and good for him. I talked to him yesterday. He was like, oh, congratulations on getting married. I was like, oh, thanks. And then I was
Wait,
like,
is this related? How is this related? Who's man? What are you even talking about?
no, I was talking about blood sugar.
Congratulations, by the way.
That guy was
Blood
an
sugar.
asshole.
And the manager?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a total dickbag.
No,
Right.
he's
But it was
fine.
No, it wasn't fine. You were
Was this
arguing with him for like
yesterday or was
3
this,
hours.
like years ago?
Yeah, no,
was years ago.
Okay.
I've got
This
I've
was
got
forever ago.
managers falling out of my armpits for like epic level musicians of
Trash.
the 90s.
Guys, I'm kind of out of time.
Like, I manage this band, I manage this band, I manage this band, those Smashing Pumpkins, Beastie Boys, name dropping some bullshit. Okay, let's do
They
this
just sound
shit.
like they're from LA.
Yeah,
Love
right.
Oh my god.
Yeah, everyone has been
I got
tied
him
to
these drugs, I got
Dolly
him
Parton
these
video.
drugs. Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Good job.
So
We're in the Myri'i
start.
Expanse.
we're in the Myri'i Expanse. You start out of the montage. It is the same scene, so it is not a new scene. Okay.
Dang.
How much time has passed? So this is going to be largely determined by what you guys decide to do. At present, the people in charge. So you have the quartermaster, who is Nugget. That is the name of the quartermaster. Quartermaster of a ship is pretty much the person that is taking care of all the cargo, making sure that all the bits and pieces, the stage manager of the ship is what they are. And
What does
so they're not
Nugget
really
look
making
like?
Nugget is an Artavok. So this is actually it looks like a theater kid. He's like 5 foot, non-binary. That's what Nugget looks like. Straight up. Like all black, leathers, hair that's like poof, probably dyed in different directions. Very artsy, very flowy, but still has an edge that they get shit done. That's who Nugget
Okay.
is.
All right, I got your Nugget.
The engineer Oddwald is dead, and Oddwald was an officer. You have some warrant officers who are technically in charge. So Stuffy is the one who's kind of like more vocal. Stuffy is a gunner's warrant officer. Warrant officers, if you don't know, they're specialists. So basically they're hired on the ship because they can do a thing really, really well, and they're called a warrant officer. They're not actually a part of the command structure. You guys on the Butte, which is your ship. Let's see. You got the captain. Balda is dead, so the first mate is down. You have Izra the Quiet, who you don't know where she is at all. She's the second mate. And then you've got quartermaster right underneath her, so third mate. The reason I'm saying all this, there's no one technically in charge of what the ship is doing. So on the ship, it's not bedlam. It is rather organized. People are still doing their tasks. They're being given orders to make sure that their departments are working. But what is happening at large, there's a vacuum right now. Captain's not around, first mate's not around. And if you guys allow it, the Marines will take control.
All right,
now,
can I?
Duroc.
Yep.
Duroc will not just supersede you because of Solidus's bid. Duroc respects Solidus, but that's a choice you guys have to make.
Yeah.
All right, go on.
Now that we're all, playing under siege and shit like that, Cook's in control. But I got,
That's totally true.
LA.
Wow.
Welcome to LA. To live and shave over here.
I gotta look at a couple of things down in the hall, and I'm gonna go get my staff, and I think we should go to those ruins over there. I don't know what the fuck you guys are gonna do, but I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, you guys can go.
Sounds like a good idea.
I might as well go with you.
Yeah, we need you.
But what do you think about the cargo?
I don't care about the cargo. I do care about the ship. We gotta fix this ship, I think, at some point. But I'm guessing it's me. I gotta fix the ship.
Do you think the captain cares about the cargo? Do you care about the captain?
I don't know what I care about anymore, honestly.
Yeah, okay. Been through a lot. Okay, well, I guess sounds like, I mean, everybody gonna just like, we all gonna just go over to the, we should send a bunch of people, maybe Duroc will take, I think this is my plan, is that maybe I'm gonna ask Duroc to take the cargo, like take a bunch of people and take the cargo to some place where they can like try to stash themselves and the cargo, and hold out, away from danger, and then like
have them take some of the engine parts too.
Okay, and then Liz and the two of us, and anyone else who's kind of up for seeing what's up, like exploring. We'll go and explore what this place is and see if there's any way to do it. So we'll try to get everybody who's like a liability and everybody who's like able to carry some cargo, and then the people who are going to be a part of the party will go to the ziggurat.
But so I need to get some shit.
Okay, I'm just presenting this as an idea that y'all would have to agree to.
Yeah, before we make it more complicated, so Solidus, as Duroc is standing there, he's got the Marines around. You're all standing there.
Yeah.
All of you are around the wheel. Okay? So you're all on deck, upper deck, right there. And Solidus is kind of taking this in charge role as Duroc kind of nods, and he'll say, indeed, some of our scouts came back. We'll say it's been a couple hours since you guys landed. A couple of our scouts came back. There are some caves off to the southeast. So north will be towards the obvious dungeon-looking thing. Okay? To the southeast, not too far, in the rugged hills. So we'll say a quarter mile away, eighth of a mile away, there's some caves.
Cool.
We haven't gone to the installation yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the plan? We take the
well,
cargo to those
I just laid out
caves.
the plan. Yeah, cargo to the caves and most of the people here, and then the party goes to the dungeon.
Durock, you think we should at least write a note to the captain or something?
You see him sort of like huff as his scales bristle again, and he looks over at the captain's door, which is still locked. You can tell he's not the person to ask. He kind of just sort of seethes and hisses, makes a sound that only Zooth make.
Yeah. Okay. You don't know.
As he kind of turns and says, "What I do know is if we get the cargo to those caves, someone scouts out those ruins up there. If that dreadnought finds our ship, they'll strip it."
Yeah. You should send somebody down to the engine room with me and take some of the shit to the cave, I guess. I don't know.
Fine. Well, I hope you know what to do, because we don't know any of that.
Oh, yeah, I don't. But, you know, we could try to put it back together, I guess.
Is there anyone on here that does?
No, Oddwald is dead.
Now, so you know, out of game, Oddwald was just the engineer, the officer mage element of the engineering.
Yeah. Are there any other engineers?
Okay. Do you guys know who's on
Yeah,
ship?
probably. Oh, yeah. I mean, I would know. If I was...
So what do you bid to know?
Can I bid the ship?
Yeah, absolutely. You can bid the ship. All right. So just mark that off. It's exhausted. The ship. You guys do not have to write this down.
Yeah.
However, it is good to kind of know. You know what? Can I share it with you?
Can you?
Can I share it with you? That's a good question.
Can you message me PM?
Yeah, I think I can share it. Well, I can share it in the channel.
If you share it in the channel in the chat, then if I click on it, then all our images go away and they see.
Oh, I see. I dig.
So I really need.
Well, I'll share it to you here.
Just share it
and
twice.
Then for you guys, I'll share it in the chat.
What if you shared your screen?
Yeah, no.
It's very small. Like, you're not going to be able to read it. But you have the link. Regardless, I'll read you some of this. You have the command staff, you have the warrant officers, you have Marines, you have the midship, petty officers, etc. Okay. Excuse me. The main take of this is such. Ooh, an anonymous goose is on here.
That's me.
You got the bosun. So the bosun is rigging deck streamlines. You've got the gunner. You got a carpenter, sailing master. This is Ren Eros, as you guys know. Your surgeon, your cook, who is actually dead. Sorry. Some of these names are actually a little bit whatever. Your paymaster. You got your Marines. Okay. Gunner's mate, bosun, carpenters, sailmaker, cook's mate, who is actually Solidus.
Yeah.
Surgeon's assistant, and you got your powder monkey. This is Pip and Snipe. So check out all of those when you get a chance, all of you. Let's see. Maybe it's not on this list. You do have you have a gear monkey. Knuckles is a warrant officer. He's not on there. Called Nux, whatever. And I'll put him on there. Here's a Drowaden.
Knuckleheads.
Yeah. Gearhead. They're just in training. So Knuckles is the guy who fixes shit. And he kind of fixes anything Theurgy. So this is an all-purpose, if one of the harpoons goes down or if the blimp goes down. And in fact, if you look up, as your blimp is deflated, quotes, Knuckles is up there trying to fix the Theurgic elements of the blimp. Do you have another gearhead? It kind of makes sense for you two, but he's not on the list. So let's go down to a fate roll. Who's fortune? Who's false fortune?
That'll be false fortune.
I will be fortune.
Okay, so it's pretty simple. Fortune, you do have another gearhead. It makes sense for this ship. False fortune, you don't, because you didn't expect to need more than an engineer, an actual mage of the third house, another mage, and a gearhead. On a ship of 50, you actually do. You don't need that many people. So, make your roll.
Uh-oh, that's bad.
Got a llama in here?
I win.
What'd you get?
97.
I got a 6.
Wow. Okay, any
Knuckles is on his
proficiencies?
own. Unless
Knuckles
anybody
on his
has
own?
a proficiency. I don't. I'm a mage. I don't know if you guys know this, but I blow shit up and myself. I got nothing, man.
All right, one more proficiency.
Okay, re-roll it.
Oh,
Come on. Much better. 67.
93.
Ooh, doggy. As you see, Petty Officer Gamul, who is a gearhead, who, of course, not to typecast them, but Dravidan, they're basically, they're small, they're half people, so they're really good at getting into tight spaces. It's in the game. Yeah, so that is Gamul, your second gearhead. Makes sense. Gearhead number 2. Also a Drowden. Okay, so that makes things a lot better for you all. You got 2 people that actually kind of know Theurgy. So we'll say that they're both up top working on the blimp. What are you guys having? This is all montage, so what's going on?
Well, if I know about that, I'm gonna look for Oddwald's shit. His magic shit.
Okay, so not dealing it at all with what I'm doing. As you go downstairs and you start raiding his shit. Are you guys dealing with anything about what we just discussed?
I told you I was doing something.
Or do we go garden or whatever the fuck?
I'll ask if anyone's an engineer.
Yeah, you call out. You see 2 dudes, 2 Drowden, kind of turn. Mussy hair, bowl cuts. They're tiny guys. As they wave, yo!
I wave them over.
As one will pop down, we'll call it Knuckles. Runs down. You see that he, in fact, has big knuckles, and they're all scarred up.
Say, who's directly under Oddwald?
That man over there, as you see Winchester going down.
I tell him, Winchester's the head engineer now,
Fine by me.
and we need him.
He kind of turned around. He went below deck.
I flicked my tongue out.
Right. I'm gonna go fix the blimp. So he kind of climbs back up the rigging. Action's on you all. I can't play for you. What are
Yeah,
y'all
I'm
doing?
gonna go down. I'm gonna go down and find him.
Okay.
And save that
Easily find him. He's rifling through Oddworld shit. As he's at his bunk, he's got the big chest. It won't open because there's a fucking arcane lock, because I'm a dick. And, it's like runic bullshit and such. It's all like theurgic alloy, so you can't break it. Not easily, anyway.
Yeah.
You rattle it. Sounds like there's something really valuable to it.
I say, I know the words. I know the words to make this open.
Yeah.
There is other bullshit. There's a rucksack, and you find some magical instruments. Instruments of magic that he had.
I know the words to make this open.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it'd probably help us because I'm kind of fucked right now. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but the ship is on the ground. This is an airship.
It's close. Anyways,
was...
it's called. Anyways, here it goes.
Okay.
Fuck, shit, fuck.
Fuck, shit, fuck. All right. I get my arcane mana, and I'm like, fuck, shit,
It doesn't
fuck.
work.
Oh yeah. What did I do wrong?
Fuck, shit, fuck. It doesn't work.
Oh, fuck, shit. Wait, I mean, Oddworld was a very strange fella. I fuck, shit. Fuck.
Hey, you think we're gonna go to the caves anytime soon?
I hope so. I just need some shit, man.
Man, you guys are taking way too long. I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna go scouting ahead. I'm gonna join the scout party.
All right.
You guys deal with this bullshit. This shouldn't be taking so fucking long. I don't know what's going on with you guys. I don't know, but I actually do have to kind of take my leave of you of the game. I don't think I was as abrupt. I'm just kidding around. I have to go. I'm a little bit since I'm pretty much a mess right now, so I gotta go take care of shit and go to bed or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Take care of yourself
I'll see you guys
first.
next week. I'll be on
Always.
time again. But
Nice.
yeah. See you guys. Good luck. Maybe
Peace out, man.
I think that Solidus is probably just like, off in the shadows or something like.
Cool.
So, see you.
All right, so you guys are down in the hold. What are you doing?
Fuck, shit, fuck.
What do you bid?
Sorry.
What do you bid?
I'm gonna bid burned out with adventure, which is something that I'm definitely burnt. Like, I've been on this ship for a long time. I've been under his thumb for a long time, and he's been an asshole to me for a long time. And
as it turns out, that Leped, I mean, Magica, Theurgy, it's pretty much technology. As in fact, Lepid maybe heard Oddworld open his lock. And as you say this, with this arcane energy, the lock unlocks. Because it's Magica. Roll a chaos die.
yeah, I did expect that. That is a 6.
Okay. And it comes out just like a World War II. What are those things called? Like, is it a magazine or a clip? Ping! Does the ping thing as the chest is unlocked. Leped was correct.
Wow. How did you know?
How did I know? Look. Here's the deal. I wandered into his quarters, and he showed up and locked the door, right? And I knew it was going to be a problem, but I didn't move for the next 4 hours. And then eventually he left, and he didn't know I was there.
Yeah, you don't know how to meditate. You guys, like, if there's anything I can say about you guys can kind of sit in place for a minute and like figure it out. Like,
no, but here's the thing: I wasn't meditating. I just didn't have any energy left. You know, it was in the evening, right? And it was all gone. So I just kind of stood there and then until he left. And then 3 hours later I left.
You just didn't notice you were in the back. Like leaned up against the wall.
Well, yeah, that's an explanation.
I love it.
I mean, it's good enough for me.
Or he was too freaked out by the giant lizard. He was like, yeah, so the chest is open. What are you guys doing?
I guess I'm gonna go through the chest.
Okay. You will find a couple things. One, you find a spell book that has a few of Oddwald's bits and pieces in it. A lot of his notes. Much of it is derivative. It's notes that you have because you guys are both studied air and flame magicka. So he had a little bit more knowledge than you, of course, more experience. So you can use this to justify getting to eventually, I don't know what your magical control is on air and flame. He had magical control 4. So you can justify getting to 4 in air and flame with this. Getting to 5, that's going to be something beyond. He also had some notes on rune magicka, and he had magical control 2 in rune magicka. Okay? So he has some notes about the theurgy and whatnot. So that's one thing. It allows you to advance naturally in the RP, assuming you take time to actually look through it. Okay? Otherwise, just because I love alchemical brews, let's do some rolls. I was gonna literally have Bilbo make a roll, and he just left. All right, so both of you roll a d12, and yeah,
I got a 5.
got a 5.
6.
All right, let's find out how many of these we have. We'll do that. We'll do it opposite. Okay, so a 5. You find Conman's Brew, Winchester. And what was your roll, Hulker?
6.
And you find some cat scents. Okay, we'll find out how much of these. Hulker, roll me a d4.
Three.
Okay, you find, so you have 3 vials, 3 uses of Conman's Brew. And roll another d4.
1.
And 1 use of cat scents. All right, so those are the common brews. We'll see, likely has a couple uncommon. So both of you roll 2d10, or both of you roll a d10. Sorry.
Got a 10.
Nice.
8.
So you find a little packet of spice, which by itself doesn't really do anything. However, it has many uses and it's very valuable. And you also find a vial. It's not a normal clear vial. It'll have the violet, very, very dark violet hue, which you might recognize as it's extremely thick glass. Luckily, this is labeled, and it says Regia Aqua,
Oh.
which means the king's water. That's the shit that melts gold.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So spice, you can do a lot of things with spice.
Yeah.
Let's find out how much you have of both. So, Hulker, roll me d4. We will half this. Okay, so you have 2 nuggets of spice. And then roll the next one. Since they're uncommon, we'll have it. And you have 1 vial of Regia Octal. Okay, so there's some cool elixirs. And let's roll over to magical instruments, because he does have a couple. You've got his scholar's book, which I've already told you about, and you have his scroll notation. He will definitely have a chaos gem, so you'll have one of those. We'll see how many uses it has on it. Hulker, roll me a d6. Now, before you tell me the result, the way this is going to work, it's actually in your favor. Okay? So the number he rolls is how many uses it has. Of course, chaos gems only have 4 uses, so 4, 5, and 6 mean it's maxed out.
6.
Awesome. So it is a virgin chaos gem. It has all 4 charges left in it. That means every time you roll a 1 on that chaos die, it mishaps into the gem and does not blow up your spell. So you don't have to re-roll it. It doesn't mean anything. And you can do that. You got 4 of those. That's what the chaos gem does. It's really, really, really good.
Wow.
There's only 1 because I'm an ass. Okay. And then we'll see if he has anything else. We'll see if he has a wand, or does he have a staff?
Yeah, I can imagine Winchester like walking around with 2 staffs, like a hiker.
Well, that's the thing. You probably have to choose one, or you'd have to take out. You would, if you wanted to, you could fold the story and integrate his bullshit into yours, or whatever you wanted to do.
Sure.
Okay, so we'll see what he's got. He could have a focus stone. He could have an enchanted item, a staff, or a wand. So Hulker, roll me a d4.
Three.
So that is a mage's staff. All right, that's probably the coolest part. He's got a Radagast kind of staff, and it's because I know that Ken has actually been into this before. I will throw down some pigments in the book. Find the book. I'm going to go to the index.
Cursed yellow.
Let's see. Pigments. Let's see. See Journal of Alchemy, subcategory. Go into it. It's wild. I wrote this book and like half of it I don't remember even writing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing about writing. When you let something go, you set it free.
Yeah. So, yeah, I 100% agree with you. So pigments are 197. Right, so 3, 6, 9, and then 11. So we'll roll a d12. Ken?
All right. That is a 3.
Okay. Dude, it's a yellow.
Not the fucking cursed
It's
yellow.
totally yellow. Holy shit. So chaos, youth, sex, and Craster Khan, which by the fucking way, because we've done so many fate rolls, I'll say this. That gem, that yellowish gem, the amber gem you've got, it's not really amber, it's a lighter yellow. What is your fate?
My fate is the sun, which is yellow.
As somehow when you're looking at it, it's yellow in this time, the Age of Progeny. Because it would be red later on. As you're looking at it, it somehow glows. This is an important gem. It's too good, the random of the rolls. Yeah, that's really, really cool. Okay, so the gem he has in his staff is a yellow gem. Yeah, and that's pretty much what you find. You'll find some polars in there, some bits and pieces, some mage's robes that have some reinforcements on them. Versus alchemy, they have a little bit of plot armor in the event that yours don't.
Yeah.
Some runes, basic stuff. Okay. That's what you find in his footlocker. Some nice shoes.
All right.
A little bit of money. Holker, roll me a d12.
Oh, shit. Fucking
Might as well find out how much jink he's got on him.
getting a raise. I guess I don't need to complain
2.
about to the union on this shit.
Jink is under currency. Oh, you just mentioned that's actually really good. Currency. Let's see, it's 317. Dude, the index in this, I spent so much fucking time on the index, and I'm glad I did. It's actually not bad.
There was a prominent 19th century author who said that nonfiction books without an index should come with a death penalty.
Yeah, this thing, like for real, in every gaming book I've ever used, I flip to the back to the index, and the index in this book is actually solid. Okay, so 317. What'd you get on the D12? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Say 2. So that's 1. Okay, so these are coins. Ken, go ahead and roll. We'll say a D100. We'll half it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use the fucking dice that rolled real high the last 2 times. That's 70.
70?
Yeah.
Okay, so you find 35 coin. So 350 days. Because a week is 10 days.
Yeah.
So that is, in our world,
I'm
that is a year of work.
I can retire.
Of skilled labor. A year of skilled labor is in the bank.
For a year. Yeah, I got
in a chink. Now, these are coin, so they're actually about that big.
Yeah.
And they're made of precious metals, and you've got 40 of them. So it's a few pounds. Yeah. It's a few pounds. It's not like super heavy, but like 3 or 4 pounds, something like that.
I'll put them in my stash.
Yeah, and you will also find his membership in the guild. It'll be an emblem, like a brooch, we'll say. The question is he in the arcade? Or I'm sorry, the arcade, or is he in the Mystics of 12 and 7? So, we'll say high or low. Can you call it? And Hulker, you roll a d12.
Right. I do have to say that I would be in the Mystics of 12 and 7.
Cool. We'll see what he's in.
Yeah.
And can you call it?
Low.
Okay. So, do you want him to be in the Mystics of 12 and 7?
Yeah. I mean, why not?
Okay.
Give me.
And Hulker, what'd you roll?
I rolled high.
All right. So he's in the arcade.
Okay.
So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Ken, I'll give you this. I'll give you a choice, actually. I'll give you a choice just because this is all random and it's kind of cool. Hulker, roll me a d4. We'll find out what his guild rank is.
4.
Okay. Ken, it's up to you. Now, you can find out that Oddwald was in the Mystics of 12 and 7, in which case he would have been likely a colleague rather than an affiliate, which is what you are. Okay? A colleague is a member of the Mystics 12 and 7, generally a master of some skill or craft. So he would be above, he's like a journeyman. Okay? Now that could, if you brought that back, or if you have that, perhaps you could use it to bolster your status in the future, or maybe later on, probably the end of the game, maybe it gets you higher in the guild. So you could choose that. Or he could be in the Arcade. Now, if he's in the Arcade, this is another guild. It's a rival, because all guilds are rivals.
Sure.
The Arcade are quite different. Do you know about them?
I don't know anything about them.
Okay. Story time. Shall I read, or Hulk, or would you like to read from the book?
I'll do it.
Look at page 404. Can you find it? It was a joke. Nobody laughed at.
Yeah, I'm almost there.
I think
404.
Before it's funny because.
Yeah. Right. So it's actually on 404, right?
It is literally on 404. So really quick though, because I'm not a loving god. Winchester, what do you bid to know about the Arcade?
I will bid my nature or my trait diligent because I like to know.
Okay. Now remember
About
the
some
reason Hulker's going to read this. This is the stuff that you know about the Arcade. The
Right.
choice that you need to make is, if Oddwald was in the Mystics of 12 and 7, that increases your prowess in that guild in some way. Okay? Maybe it's in the future, maybe it's with other people, whatever. Very useful. If he's in the Arcade, you're going to find out what he gets. So you have to choose which one he's in.
I mean,
I'll tell you this. If he's in the Arcade, he's a fairly high-ranking member. It's not necessarily a good thing. It changes the story. Let's find out about it. Holker, read.
The Arcade shouldn't be confused with the Arcade religion of yesteryear. It's an arcane order known for their intense and secretive practices of theurgy and magicka. Members of the Arcade refer to their guild as the Order and to themselves as learners. Among other things, the Order is instrumental in aiding the artisans, another guild, with their maintenance on the theurgic gadgets which provide the higher rims of the city with clean air. Their members populate the upper echelons of Mages College the world over. They'll use their position and collegiate resources to fund excavations of Arcade and Waymaker ruins, and they'll sponsor explorations into the wastes and ruins placed both, I'm told, that their discoveries are numerous.
And that's where we'll stop. So, if he's a member of the Arcade, that changes a little bit of our plot as to why he was killed.
Right.
If he's a member of the Mystics of 12 and 7, it's a little bit more streamlined. Arcade means, oh, there's something else. So it's up to you.
I mean,
as the player, it's a story you guys want to tell. So go for it.
Having a little bit of knowledge of the Mystics in 12 and 7, and him being the way he was, we never got along. So I would imagine he is Arcade.
Okay.
And
you see an emblem.
Because of the nature of myself, I'm very inborn and magic comes within me. They're much more science and shit.
I like it. You see an emblem of the Arcade. You can tell because it's in Valorum. Valorum meaning that sort of purplish alloy. The Betrayer's Metal is what it's called. Infidelity is what it's associated with. His title, Infiltrator, is a very high title. It's not in a commanding method, but it's specific to investigate other members and institutions and research, as it might dawn on Winchester, perhaps, and maybe even Leped, as maybe Leped, you were paying attention to him. It's up to you how you want to roll this, since we're kind of messing with the plot here. Turns out Oddwald was a spy.
Spy within a spy.
He's an investigator of other members of the Arcade or of institutions and research, meaning why was he on this ship? Well, you don't know, but it was some important reason. As about this point, you're sitting there, it's been like a little while. You realize the entire time you guys have been down here, maybe like dicking around with the lock, you've seen people go up and down the stairs, whatever. Much of the cargo has been unloaded. It is being carried to caves elsewhere. Okay. Now we're in a moment.
You think we're on our own, aren't we? It's you and me, buddy.
So all the stuff that's on the ship is being
stolen.
Being stuck in a cave. It looks like this ship isn't going anywhere for a while.
Yeah, we don't know. I don't know what to think.
Coming down the stairs, you see Liz, the Denna corporal of the Marines. She's got her riflet and whatnot. She's in her 20s. Ruddy hair, a few scars. You know, she's been in battle. She has the odd, not reputation, respect of Duroc, the other Buteau. She can speak fluent-ish. She's pretty good. Zunts. She still has an accent. It's the Z. She struggles with it. As she saunters up, Duroc told me that you two were the most intelligent people on this boat. They're going over to the
How do you
cave.
say that?
He's a lizard. She kind of looks up at you. You're a lizard. You think like-minded, don't you?
When we think.
Some of us are going off to those ruins to investigate them. We need a mage, she points. And we need someone that knows what's for what's. Come on. She turns and starts climbing back up.
All right. Yeah, let's go to the ruins. I think you need me to fly the ship if you're gonna fly the ship again. Probably.
Question. Can we lock this chest and make it look like we were never in the chest so that
I don't.
let's close it and see what happens. We got everything from it, right?
I'll shut the chest. I'll take all the stuff out and shut the chest. Lock.
Shit.
Yeah. I need the echo.
Hold on. Give me a second. Fuck shit.
That doesn't work.
Shit, fuck, shit.
Doesn't work.
Oh well. Fuck
It's
it.
shit, fuck, shit.
Shit, fuck, shit.
Shit.
As it clamps down tight. It is your open sesame. As you guys follow Liz out, montaging, you climb down the ship and you start across a quarter. Turns out it's a little longer. It's about a mile. It's through the desert. It is flat. It is desert. It is oddly hot, just radiating heat. Despite the storm, hundreds of feet above you, whirling winds. There's no wind down here. There's a pressure. You're deep. You're low into Craster. 1,000 feet, maybe more. Here and there, as you look off to the left, to the right, because the drop is large, you can see these towering cliffs that go up further than you can see because of the clouds and such. As you're moving on, it's overcast. If you have skin, some of you don't. It's one of those things where, like, if you got that lily white skin, you can feel it starting to burn. even though there's no direct sunlight on you.
I feel energized.
It's obviously bright. Indeed, you're like fucking Johnny Two-Step over here. Who do you roll with? You've got Liz. You got Liz with you. You got you two. Who else do you have?
I mean, unless Soul's like we see Soul off in the distance, like he took off before us. Yeah.
He pieced out.
Yeah.
He's in the shadows. He may come back. We don't know. Tarak will actually be doing the cave duty. So you could have other Marines. You could have. Here's the question: do you guys want a combat team where you have other Marines? This is basically going into aliens, or do you want more of a
Did
a
Eros
ragamuffin
live?
crew that can do many different things? What?
Did Eros live?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
The
think
pilot?
we get
Oh yeah.
Eros and Stuffy and Gamel.
Okay, so that's cool, but those are. Yeah, totally cool.
I mean, they're not
Right,
like
so
they're not,
is on,
and maybe a couple of Marines.
Okay, so who is with you? You've got Liz, Corporal Liz. You got
Girls.
Stuffy.
Yeah, Stuffy and Gamel. Gamel's
Okay,
still alive,
cool.
right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Gamel is a gearhead.
And then a couple of Marines.
Stuffy is your gunner's mate. And then you have a couple Marines. So Marines. Let's see. You guys have which Marines do we want?
3, 4, 5. I don't.
We're gonna
know.
have. let's figure out, because I have sort of ideas for each of these guys,
Yeah.
guys and girls. And they're all a little bit different. So it's a little bit of a grab bag. We'll find out what it is. There are 6 of them, so both of you roll a d6.
I'm gonna use one of my
5?
shitty dice.
5 will
That
be
is a
Kess.
6.
Nice. Kess and Tamo. So, truth, in the event that Andrea joins us, I was actually expecting her character to be Kess. But we'll see if she does or not. Okay. So, Kess
are they-
is...
Yeah, are they Denna?
No. We'll put a pin in Kess, although she should be a Miroshi.
Yeah, Miroshi.
As I have her.
What does a Miroshi typically look like?
So Miroshi look very similar to Denna. They're just a lot larger.
Yeah.
Imagine a Denna that has been... They have a wilder look
Right.
to them.
I got Cass. Gotcha.
More feral human, more cat-like. Although they are not a cat species, they don't have tails or any of that shit. Just a wildness in the eyes, and they're larger. About, if you increase their size, about 10-15%.
And who's the other one?
Temo.
Temo. And what does he look like?
Temo is going to be a crossed. Whether they're cur, you don't know. Cur or hybrid. This person is about 6 feet. They have reptilian skin, but they look like a Denna. So they're crossed.
Okay.
Zunth crossed.
Gotcha. And his name is Timo, once again?
Yeah. And Temo, it's difficult to tell what gender they are. You can say him, you can say her. Temo does not care, and nor do they. Correct.
Right.
Presenting seems like a dude. A lot of crossed, they don't have a gender because they're sterile. usually. And if they're not, then people kill them. Okay, so you have Kess and you have Tamo with you. They're the Marines. Walking with you, have Gamel, who's a gearhead. This is Droughton, so a little short dude. And you have Stuffy, who is a gunner's mate. Let's find Stuffy really quick. Stuffy is a dinner. And you have Liz, who is also a dinner. Okay. As you guys head off, to your right and your left, predominantly to your right, you see these pools of water. The way of describing them, I'll describe them to you guys, not to the chat. You know when you're driving along some highway in Kentucky and you see rolling hills and then there's a pond? That's what it looks like. And they almost look like dark blue, black pools. It's difficult to know, is it runoff? What is it in there? You're not really sure. There's no heat radiation coming from it. And there's lots of them that sort of just pool off. Now, I'm not talking pitch black. It's just dark, dark blue. It almost looks black. You're in a desert, so there's no foliage, really. There's some cacti here and there, some brambles. What are they called?
the things that
what are those things called?
The rolling things.
Dust bunnies, but like the rolling dust things. What are those called? Tumbleweeds. You have some tumbleweeds going here and there. They're kind of laying on the sides. There are some brambles, like gnarly brambles. As you look, you see they have like big, gnarly spikes on them as they sort of wrap around. The tumbleweed itself is made of a bunch of those that are all brittle. And as you look out into the distance and you see the heat radiation beyond, it's white and brown, light brown. You see the cacti and lots of the brambles all around. It's sort of cleared out in front of you. As you approach a palisade, there's columns on your left, columns on your right. One of them is broken. It seems you can look around and find. You can investigate if you wish. Beyond this little palisade, which seems purposeless, the palisade itself, beyond that is a low-lying, sort of flat building. It's tall in the sense of it could be like 2.5 stories, but it is clearly 1 story. And it just looks flat despite its height. There's a large door. It has a relief on it.
They're called ground scrapers.
Ground scrapers.
That's an actual term.
It has a relief on it. You can't quite tell what that is yet. Off to the left, brambles that reach in maybe 10, 15 feet. Just wild overgrowth that kind of goes around. It looks like there's paths through it to the left, maybe to the right. There's some rubble and whatnot. And that is where you are. So, on the columns, what is obvious? Let's do a bid. Since we go into a scene, and you guys have been healed and whatnot, we'll say it's a new scene.
Oh, wow.
So, recover your traits.
Some plot armor recovery.
Yeah, you get all your plot armor back. Any wounds or sanity damage, you gain 1 back, and you choose 1 wound or sanity, although I don't think either of you have that.
Yeah, I don't have any wounds or sanity.
Any goals and such that you guys have accomplished?
Yeah, I gotta survive the crash.
Okay, we'll deal with that. Actually, go ahead and deal with that now. You can go ahead and gain what that is. Of course, recover your proficiencies and all your traits and your plot armor. and I'm gonna grab some water. We got about 15, 20 minutes left.
Sure.
About 20 minutes. Just this next scene, maybe a round or two for you guys to explore this part.
Awesome.
So it could be a 5-minute break. It's whatever you want, but redo
do
this.
I get a breath back?
If it's a minor goal, then yes.
Yeah, minor goal, yes.
You get a breath and a cunning.
I'll be right back.
Yep. You get a breath,
All right.
a cunning, an XP, and a pip.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back. Oh, whoops. And we're back.
Ha! Okay. So we leave where we left off. You guys are in this Palisade. You look up. We will say, what are you two doing? So we're in the Dread. All right. You can do whatever you want. You can bid to just kind of have things happen. The scene is as I described it. There will be a feeling of portents. This place has not been disturbed for a while. There is something. There is a sort of a creepiness, or I won't say danger right now, but something foreboding about this place. Then again, you're in the Great Drop.
I'm gonna bid my demeanor, which is kind of clumsy and awkward. Like, I'm not used to being on ground. And I'm gonna step and I'll probably kick a rock and fall.
Yep, as you eat shit. A few of the other people, so Stuffy and Gamel, they're out ahead. The two Drowadin, as they're sort of looking around at the columns and whatnot, investigating them. Kess, Tamo, the two Marines kind of look over, and as Kess will come over the Miroshi and help you up. As you're on the ground, you notice a couple things. One, it's obviously extremely dry. But two, the ground has like a salt taste to it as some of the dust gets in your mouth. There's a saltiness, which may or may not make sense to you. Looking up, you see those columns. There's 4 of them on the left. There's 4 of them on the right. And it looks like there's one that, maybe a 9th, that was broken down, and there's like pieces of it. What about you, Lepid?
I will bid my vestigial third eye to be on the
look
lookout.
Around.
Yeah, especially
Looking around, you hear or see the roiling of the storm. It's violent. You having been on airships before, even a juggernaut, which can weather lots of storms, would have difficulty in that storm. It could survive, probably, unless it got like directly hit by lightning or something a few times. likely, if they haven't crashed, they're trying to like find a good spot. But the point is the Juggernaut is going to be, yeah. The Dreadnought is Dreadnought, whatever. The name for it is actually Bruiser, but it's somewhere in the storm. You don't hear it. It seems like you guys have gotten here first. As you're looking around, just as I described, you notice the brambles, wild brambles, 10, 20 feet tall in some sort of outcropping. Off to the left, there's some paths through it. To the right, there's a little bit. And then, of course, the pools and the ruins before you.
It's weird. There's brambles in the desert. There must be a water source or something nearby, I think.
With the third eye, you will see some tracks off to the right. So most of the brambles are to your left. Off to the right, you will see some tracks. You just happen to notice them.
I see there's probably some animal over there. Look over there. Maybe we can like follow it and eat it.
I mean, it's funny. I've been hungry a lot lately, but I don't feel super hungry right now. So like, yeah. But yeah, let's follow. I guess we follow it. I mean, you don't want the natives to like. Yeah.
You see Liz turn. There aren't any natives around here. I mean, no offense, as she turns to your companions, Kess, who's a Moroshi. No offense, Kess kind of shrugs. But no one lives out here. This is the drop. You heard Tamo, the Cross, say, no one really knows what or who lives in the drop.
Yeah, but
as Liz kind of...
Who lives in the... Does anyone live there?
Tamo turning around to you. Well, no one knows. This place is cursed.
I'm guessing we're gonna find out.
As Liz, lights up her
Voodoo
cigar.
said there's tracks over there. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a... That's what Lipid said.
As far as I know, you two are the officers in charge. You tell us what to do.
I'm going to bend down and flick my tongue at the actual sand of the track.
So you go over to the tracks.
Yeah.
As you flick your tongue. With your third eye, you still got that active. You go over and see what the track is. I'm assuming, does anyone else go?
I'll stand behind him because it's better to stand behind Abuto than in front of.
As we'll give that a trait. You can have that as a trait. It's better to stand behind Abuto than in front. However you want to word that. As Lepid, you go over to the track. Maybe you get down on all fours and lizard your way up. And you notice this track is like a barefoot track of like a Sasquatch. It's very large. Like larger than a Buto's foot. So it's large for you. Or perhaps Azun's car, even. The fabled paragons. About that big. It's not giant for your people. For Adena, this is huge. This is like size 20, okay? For you, whatever made this track is big. Really big. It's taloned, clawed, walked upright. And then again, as you flick your tongue, this place doesn't get much rain. So who knows how old these tracks are. You flick your tongue out. There is a scent in the air. It's a strange scent. mixed with spices and something acrid. You can't quite get a sense of it. Some sort of mysticism, perhaps. Then again, it is the drop. How long ago? It's hard to say.
I turn around and I say, yeah. Looks like something big.
You know where it goes. It's going toward the ruins and around to the right, off to this sort of cactus foresty region. When I say forest, don't get me wrong, this is not a forest, you're in the desert. Okay? So it's very wide open. There's little copses of cacti and stumps and rubble and such way off for as far as you could see.
Can I bid trait?
Yeah.
Help? I'm gonna bid classically trained. In mage school, we're probably trained in a lot of different species and backgrounds and theories and whatnot, and like it's probably ingrained in my head. It's not necessarily something that I'm an expert at or anything like that, but certainly it's a gift that I have. And when you go to school, like they're really they go deep, and certainly the school I went to is probably a little bit devout, so they go devout deep.
As you bid that, and you're looking at the track, this could be a number of things. The issue is the size and the weight distribution. For all the schooling that you have, this is classified, rightly so, as a monster, which is frustrating. But the fact is that there's a lot of the world that is not known, and as you are an educated person, you know that a lot of these empires, they, for lack of a better word, they're racist. When they say something is a monster, they say it because they don't understand it, or there's too few of them. As to what is this, it's difficult to say. It's just difficult to say. You could gather it's probably 10, 12 feet tall, maybe. Definitely not indigenous. Like, as you sort of look around the terrain, what in the world would a 12-foot tall thing be out here doing? That doesn't make a lot of sense. This seems like a monster. But you'll notice something else since you mentioned devout in your school. The columns, they're a good maybe 100 feet away from you at this point, as you guys have walked off to the right to find these tracks. You notice the columns, they have carvings. And having devout as part of your bid, you notice what the carvings are. Each column is one of the brilliant octet.
Well, I don't know what that is, but I know what those are. I don't know if you know what they are, but that's, yeah.
Are they more runes that you can use to lock stuff?
I'm not.
They're not runes.
I'm not an expert at runes.
They're literally
man.
statues, like totem pole looking things.
So, do you want to follow this monster? Because this is clearly a monster. I don't think we should fuck with that. Yeah, we should not fuck with that. Whatever that is, that's not us. That's like, if we can stick that onto some people that are enemies, maybe that's fine. But let's not fight that, because That's fucked up. Yeah, let's look at the runes. And I guess I'll bid.
All right, but how do we know that? How do we know that the monster's not going to come looking for us?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
All right, fine. We'll look at the runes, but give me just a minute.
Okay.
I walk down, or I bend down to one of the tracks to get a really good sense, so that if I ever sense this person, this thing, is in the vicinity.
Okay. What do you bid?
I will bid my tier of play, which is seasoned.
Okay. We're going to have you throw down on this. This is to lock it in. Okay. So as you bend down, you get a real good sense of it. This is something that's very familiar to you, but if you get a clean success, this will lock it in and you'll gain a trait. Okay? In that way, you have the trait. Otherwise, it's something that will help you in the event that you think of it. Okay, go ahead and throw down. I would say wits is likely what it is, and the threshold is 4. So you need 5 successes to have a clean success. This is difficult, on the very difficult side. The reason for that is it is mystical.
So I have 3 successes thus far.
Okay, good start.
You said I need 4 successes?
You need 5 to have a clean one.
5 to have a clean one. Okay, well, I will. Can I would like to use an ability
Okay,
called Preternatural Instincts,
love it.
and it's got 1 upgrade.
Okay, how do you activate the ability?
I bent down.
Or what trait do you bid to activate the ability?
Oh, traits.
Yep. You can use the ability, because the ability is a trait if you want.
I'll use a trait that I gained last time, which is called Velociraptor, or Clever Girl.
I love it. Now you're at 4, so you're at limbo. Limbo will give you something, but if you want a clean success, you need a 5th. So ninja gear, or a proficiency, or another ability. Or you can do something really, really crazy and get an extra die. Or I'm sorry, a chaos die.
No, what I'll do is I will use my small hand axe, which is my ninja gear,
Okay.
to actually carve out some of the soil and bring it closer.
I love it. Okay. How many traits does that small hand axe have on it?
Great.
If it's none, then it's a D4. If it has some, then it'll be higher than that.
The actual ninja gear itself doesn't have any traits.
Okay, so D4 is the extra die.
That's a 3.
It's nothing. So you can proficiency, you can do another ninja gear. Remember your season, your tier 2, so you can do 2 ninja gear or two ninja gear and 2 abilities.
All right. In that case, I will use my claws.
Yeah. So you can bid those. Do your claws have any traits on them?
No.
Okay, so D4. When you advance, you can add traits to these things.
That's a 4.
Nice. Boom. 5 successes, clean success. you will gain a trait. This trait will have to deal with monster hunting. You will know the scent of this kind of monster. You don't know what it is yet. But you'll know the sense of it. You'll know the sound of it. It is large in charge, and you get a sense that it attacks at night. So, what is that trait? It's up to you to decide. You can put a little asterisk until you know more and then decide it, but you get to do that. Okay. Winchester, actions on you as you see your lizard friend really getting a sense for this. What are you doing?
Yeah, Levid, you're like smelling the dirt.
He's
man.
deep in the dirt. His
You're
head's like in the dirt.
Like what? I don't even understand what you're doing, but that's cool, man. You
like
do
burrowing.
you just like get in there. Like good job. Like all
You
I
see
can say
Liz.
is, yeah. Like I'm all in.
You see Liz
Whatever the
looking
shit
at
you're doing.
the footprint. You see Liz looking at the footprint as she whips around her rifflet. She's checking it, locking and loading. So what the fuck do you think that is?
It's not something we want to fuck with. Whatever direction it's going, let's go the other way.
That'd be that way.
Yeah.
I stand
As you
up,
go back towards the columns.
I stand up and I say, someone will stand watch at night.
Yeah.
The Marines kind of nod, looking at each other.
It's that
Right.
kind.
As you guys head over towards around the front of the ruins where the gate is and the columns are. As you near the columns, Winchester, you see the columns, each one is roughly shaped into one of the brilliant octet. It's difficult to see at first because they've just been worn down. Obviously very old.
Because I'm pretty new at runes and rune knowledge.
These are not runes.
Oh, they're not runes.
These are not runes. These are statues.
Statues.
They're columns that are shaped, as you look at them, they're shaped into
the brilliant octet.
the brilliant octet. And you see that there's 8 of them, and there's a 9th pillar that's been broken down.
Okay. Can I go look at the broken 9th pillar just to see what it was?
Sure. Yeah, you can look around at it. Did you get over there looking?
Do I only know about the brilliant octet, or do I know anything about any of this? Do I know any history about?
Yeah, what do you know? That would be a bid and what you want to know.
Well, I would like to know what the city was about. Can I bid my background mage to
Yes.
kind of know more?
As you bid mage looking around, so the first thing you're going to know is this. It's pretty straightforward. You don't know shit, which is actually something really, really good to know.
All right.
This is not a place that is fabled. This is not a famous or infamous place.
Right.
This is something that is actually clandestine. As you look around, you see the ruins. You haven't really gone up to the doors or the ruins themselves, but ruins, by the way, the actual structure. But the columns themselves, they look like the 8 deities, the major deities, major powers, right? The greater powers. And there's a 9th. As you're sitting there bidding mage, it doesn't make a lot of sense. There's not necessarily anything that pings in your memory. That 9th column is a little strange. Why would there be an odd number of columns? These columns aren't holding up anything. So you look up, they're not holding up a roof. They're just these columns. There's 4 on each side and a 9th that's been broken. And it looks like it's been like broken by like a wrecking ball. Like it's hit hard and then maybe a cannonball. You can't quite tell, and it's broken into several pieces. As you're sort of investigating it, it's frustrating because it's kind of difficult to tell. The best you can do, whoever this statue was, looks like a scholar. You can't tell if it's male or female. You can't really tell the race, although the deities don't really have races. They're just humanoid. You can see maybe one thing with the bid. This person does hold a wand, which is a rod. So a rod of power. And in their right hand, it looks like they were holding something. You can't quite tell what it was, but it has chains on it. That's about all you can get from the broken column. The other columns are also damaged, but they're not broken down.
Right. Does it look like somebody went for the 9th column? Like was there like a battle that took place? Was it like disrespect, like on purpose? I mean, is there like material around the column that it looks like they destroyed it on purpose, or was it weather?
Okay, so looking around.
Related.
With mage.
Can I bid Can I just bid the flowing conduit to help me?
We'll say that the flowing conduit. Well, no, it's a new scene, so you can bid it. It will not give you exactly what you're looking for, but it will give you information.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be helpful.
Yeah, I mean, just to kind of get, because these are gods. It's another world. They're not of this realm. Like
this is what you'll get from it.
Yeah.
With flowing conduit, a ley line does not flow through here. That's the thing. In fact, while the Great Drop resonates with energy, it's almost like you're in a crevasse of it. This is a forgotten place. And we'll say that it's almost like maybe it's an accident that it's forgotten, or maybe it's like a dark place.
Yeah. Well, I look back at the wall of like weather, the weather wall. I'll be like, well, I guess they didn't want us to come here. To everybody.
As the Marines have sort of spanned out or fanned out, looking around as you're sort of investigating the deities, do you investigate the columns at all anymore, like the other ones?
Yeah.
Or
I mean, I'll probably look at the other ones. I mean, I was definitely curious at why that one was knocked down, or if it was just weather related.
You can't quite tell. And when I say that, I mean like you literally don't have enough information. Yeah. That's the thing you actually gain from it.
Yeah.
You need more info.
I mean, and do I know the 8 gods?
Do you?
I mean, I feel like I probably know some of the gods. I mean, I know the Lady of the Veil. Are they related
does your guy
to her?
know the 8 gods? Or does Lepid?
Do like when you follow the Lady of the Veil, do you believe in other gods?
You can believe in any of them. It's just, do you care to? There's all manner of religion.
Right.
Some people are like single. Some people are pagan about it.
Yeah. I mean, does the 12 and 7 believe in, like, does any of this trigger like the idea of
well, the Brilliant Octet is well known. And
Yeah.
there are obviously 8 of them. So you knowing them, that's kind of like, do you know the names of the planets in the solar system?
Right, exactly.
You know, it's not a
Mars,
secret.
Saturn.
Yeah,
like-
it is not a secret.
Yeah.
So do you know them?
I mean, I would know them if they
Okay.
were their common knowledge.
Yeah. Well, it's common for the educated.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an educated mage.
Okay.
I've gone through mage school.
Here is what you see. The first, and we're going to go the right side column. Okay? Right side column, you see the old man's song. So you can just say sung. The next one is Lumina. So the Blue Queen. This is Cornucopia. Give me a bid to know about the gods, and both of you can do this, and you can both know, assuming you know about it. For the Zunts are very religious, so it makes sense for you to know. But what is the bid you guys use? You'd also bid a one of your NPCs if you want.
Can I bid the Buto, knowing that he's super religious?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would. Like,
You mean Tamu the Crossed?
No, I was talking about Hulker's character.
Oh, okay.
Can I bid Lepid?
No, you can't. He has to bid himself.
Oh,
Lepid, are you religious?
Yeah.
Or do you know about religion?
I will bid Buto.
Okay. Lepid, you know about the gods, you know the basic ideas. And you guys can talk, so it's up to you how you deal with this.
so
Winchester,
I'll
if you want to bid, then you'll know something else about them.
I'll say, well, I mean, from what I remember from school, the right is the old man's song or song, and then there's Lumina. I was the best student, so I'm gonna. Okay, Buto. I really want to know this. I'm gonna bid my trait diligent. To get the rest of them.
Okay.
I say,
So, go on.
I say, Winchester,
Yeah.
please stop.
I want to know everything. Knowledge is
So-
power.
I spent a decade guarding a great monastery in Itaosa. One you may have never heard of, although it's probably a little more well known than this. And they told me all about them.
Yeah, but what happens when you get to that door and there's like 3 doors in front of you, and one of them has like a picture of like a fire sign, and the other one's like a picture of water? Like, which door do you go through? Because I don't know.
They paid me to guard the doors, so I didn't go through them.
Okay, so the Buto will know all of the deities and be able to identify them. Winchester, if you want to bid something else, you can know more about them.
Right. Well,
Before you do.
Yeah, I bid diligent.
All right, well, do you just want to know what the deities are, or do you want to know something else about them?
I'll probably pester the Buto about
Okay.
like extra information.
Well, I'm not going to do the work for you. When you want to know something, you bid and you find out about it, okay? All right. First one on the right is Old Man Song. If you're going to bid diligent, I'll give you a little bit of knowledge about him. Song is the man-made mortal. Sorry, the mortal-made god. Supposedly, is the only deity that actually achieved apotheosis. The rest of them were just deities. They were the greater powers. So Old Man Song filled the place of the 8th god. He is considered benevolent because he remembers what it's like to be mortal. Lumina is the next. This is on the right. The Blue Queen, the cornucopia. Fertility. Lumina is all about fidelity. People that follow Lumina typically don't follow other deities. They respect the other deities, but they follow Lumina. She is a little pretentious, but she actually feels for mortals. Supposedly, she was one of the only deities that actually championed the progeny. The next is Emerald. Now, you guys writing this down because I'm not going to repeat it. Emerald is the man of cups, the trickster god, often confused with song. The last on the right is the cowl, her, also known as death. Death is the embodiment of wisdom, of the now, of the present. She has a raven and a cat beside her. Starting on the left, so that was all the right. On the left, you see an angelic creature. This is Avakeen. Avakeen is bravery as well as war. Avakeen stood against the rest of the gods. Beyond Avakeen is Rorigan. Rorigan is a kind of Poseidon slash Crom. Crom's not the wrong word, sorry. Poseidon slash of the sky type of deity. Beyond Rorigan is Craster Khan. Craster Khan is basically Crom in Conan. So, the king under the mountain. Also a jealous god. Craster Khan is known as the Yellow King. Beyond Craster Khan is the Lady of the Veil. She stands across from the cowl. The Lady of the Veil is considered a soothsayer, someone who thinks of the future. Her foil is the cowl, Death, who thinks of the present, and vice versa. And beyond that on the left is this broken column that's somewhere in between. It's an odd thing out. As you all move about, some time goes and you're sort of investigating each of these. For the mage, Winchester, you can tell several hundred years. You probably think this was made several hundred years ago, erected, maybe by the chiselmanship, perhaps how the ruins are laid out. As you realize with your bid, this is likely a tomb. Now, you guys are at this point. You're at the edge of the Colosseum. In front of you is the ruins, the main building. To the left, very close, are all these brambles, this maze of brambles. Very sharp, nasty looking things, but you could get through them. What do you do? Action is on you, and this is the last round.
Do you think the maze of brambles is a test or just a... You think it's just a...
You have about an hour or two before night. As you can see, the light is starting to fail.
I think it's a trap.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to walk through the maze of brambles, but, you know, if it gets me some cool shit, I mean, I'm into cool shit.
Why don't you float over it like you did?
I mean, I can fly. I mean, it doesn't work like that's not how it works. It's different in the air.
I saw it working earlier.
Yeah, it's true.
Look, all you have to do is float up there to tell us where to go. Go up there long enough and tell us where to go through the maze.
Liz turns. You can fly?
No,
Why the fuck aren't you flying right now?
It's not like that. I have to harness the energy around me. I can't just create shit out of nothing.
Well, harness it. There's lots of what we need.
All right, I'm gonna just harness the stillness and see what happens.
You harness the stillness?
Yeah, I mean it's still right now, right? And I like start fluttering my arms trying to like capture the the energy of the area, see if anything happens.
No.
I'm gonna bid
Roll your chaos die.
I'm gonna bid sardonic. I'm gonna bid callous to see if it works. All right, guys. Yeah, I'll fly. Just like that. I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna bid callous.
Yep.
I rolled a 6.
All right, you got a success as the stillness suddenly, Lepid and the other NPCs, this gust of wind, sort of a sardonic gust of wind, it spirals around the mage as his hair whips up around him. And what is your control?
I have magical control 3.
Yeah, for 3, as you float into the air with this rush of wind, and you're not hovering, it's sort of like as you're almost bouncing with each pulse, as you can channel the wind. You are flying.
I look in that instance, I look at Liz and I flick my tongue out and I say, wow, that's not a giant fart.
She sort of just looks back at you, looking up at you, you big reptile body. Right. Can you fly or not?
Yeah,
can you
what
go
do you want me
higher?
to look at? I mean, I can fly up
As
in
the mercenaries
air.
are like, go higher! What are you doing?
But why? Yeah, I'll
Just tell us
fly
where
up
to
higher
go.
in the air and look around if I can.
Okay.
Do I need to
All
bid
right,
again?
so now you need to throw down. So this would be
right.
mind.
Mm-hmm.
You were looking for 2 successes. This is a threshold of 2, so 2 successes will be limbo,
Mind and
meaning you achieve it,
yeah.
but something. So you want
Right.
3 successes.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm a little bit like not plussed about. Like, I don't know what the point of all this shit is. You want to see me fly? Fine. I rolled 2 1s.
Do you do any proficiencies? Because that isn't under failure.
I'm gonna do 1 proficiency.
I would do that.
Just so I don't fucking like.
No, you might break your staff. Yeah, I would not. I'm not messing around with
Well,
another failure.
I didn't use my staff, but I rolled a 10.
Nice. So you get
So I got 2.
flare,
Um,
and you have flare. So you
Can
are
I-
limbo.
yeah. Can
Go
I
on.
use my staff to? I'm gonna use my
course.
staff to set it steady myself.
Sure.
I take
Okay. Throw down.
my I take something off, a cloth that I wear, something nothing expensive, right? And I tell Liz, hey, go get over here, hold the other part, and we move directly under him just in case.
Okay. Yeah. As Liz
Breaking fall.
holds it, and the other mercenaries are like holding this trampoline kind of thing. I love it. What'd you get, Winchester?
I got 3 successes. I got a
That's
7.
all you need. As you get a clean success. And at the last moment, you shoot up like a bullet. You feel the wind rush. Your hair goes straight down. The rest of you on the ground, you see some like long black hairs flutter around like birds' feathers. And he shoots up into the air 100 feet. And you are gliding as the magical energy is pushing you up here and there with these pushes. 200-300 feet above you, which seems a lot closer than it is a maelstrom. You don't want to go too high. As you see lightning bolts going through. You do not want to get in that. As you look down and you see this brambled maze, and in the middle of it, because now you can actually see it, in the middle of it, you see this ornate, ancient stone. You can't quite read it since you're so high up, but you see that it is a well. And there's a rune on top of it. And the rune you could clearly read, and it says pure. And at that moment, we will end tonight's session. All right. We got 6-7 people watching. Hey, if you're watching YouTube, thank you very much for watching this.
Right?
We're playing DreadLore.
YouTube.
You guys can get a book on TTRPG. This book, if you guys want to play with us, just let us know in Discord or on the chat or whatever, and we'll hook you up with PDF. Anyway, you guys, goals. What goals have we achieved?
I achieved one, and it was to find either armor or a small sidearm.
Nice. So if it's a minor goal, you get 1 XP. You get back a breath and a cunning. If you spent them, you get a pip and a thumbs up.
So this is not, when I wrote this, my mind was somewhere else, but literally my major goal is find crashed ship treasure, and I kind of did that.
What was your minor goal?
Well, it was survive the crash.
Find crashed ship treasure.
Well, it says find crashed ship treasure. Originally, I thought that Von. So this is the
Von
difference. Von Penn. Originally, I felt like episode 1, we were talking about maybe going treasure hunting, and so there's a crashed ship. I didn't think that it was the crash ship that we left, but I actually went treasure hunting in the crash ship, and I didn't think about it that way at all until later on, after I'm like discovering magic gems, and like it's a major goal, so like it's like I would change my major goal anyway because we've gone in a different direction.
Yeah, fair enough. Sure. Yeah, so you get that, which means, Hulker, you get a pip as well. So you get exactly what a major goal is, which is 2 XP, all your cunning and breath back, and you get a pip as well. One of you needs to be marking down the party goals. Hulker?
So I've got a major and minor.
Yeah, you got a major and minor, and Hulker, you got 1. And I think someone got another one at some point. So I may be wrong, but you have at least Matty 4.
What his goals are.
Yeah. And you have at least 4 or 5. Once you get to 12, you all get to advance.
Yeah.
So it helps each other out. Okay, so Winchester will have to have new major and minor goals. Lephead, you'll have to have a new minor goal. Okay, awesome. If you have advancements, remember the montage, that's when you can spend them. You cannot double up, so you can't go from rank 0 to rank 2.
Sure.
It needs to make sense in the fiction. But yeah, you got that, Stiff. Okay. Any questions? Right now, your NPCs. You've got Liss, Corporal Liss. You have Stuffy, a gunner's mate. You've got Gamal, a gearhead. Chess and Temo, who are your Marines. Liz is also a Marine, sort of their leader. They are all notables. If you want them to become narrative NPCs, where you can bid them more and they're more part of the narrative, then we'll do that.
Yeah. Well, one of them needs to step up and like talk some shit.
No, you all need to step up. The NPCs do not lead the party.
Well, I hope that maybe Miller or Andrea joins us for the next.
Yeah, that'd be awesome
round.
if Andrea
be awesome.
or Miller joined. And maybe Cody
anyone.
will join next time.
Like Cody would be great. So we've got a cast of player characters that could join in anytime.
Yeah, we need 4 or 5. I think that'd be 4 or 5 or 6, honestly. I think 5 is a really sweet spot. Anyway, all right, guys, thank you very much. You want to lead us out, Ken? Thank you to everyone who's watched what we're doing tonight. We'll be back on Monday, next Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Exactly. I mean, if we're late,
it'll honestly be like 7:30. But whatever.
I was gonna say we're never late.
We're never late.
You bring the party.
We're wizards. We're wizards.
We bring the party. 7:30 is 7 o'clock. 8:30 is 7 o'clock.
Time is a flat circle. It's
Yeah, we live on a flat Earth. It's great. Ken, Bill, Matty, Hulker brought this what we did. We do have a Patreon. Use it if you can afford it, I guess. I mean, that's the caveat. Like, that's what they say.
Caveat. That's it.
All lowercase letters. Mr. Untrop provided music. Couchfire Media. I think they're hanging out with Soiree Productions somewhere. I haven't seen them around.
It's terrible. Terrible stuff.
Bye, y'all.